Amma felt a rush of anger and frustration. The challenges her family faced and the tough times they went through all started to make sense. She realized that the source of their difficulties had come from these transactions. It dawned on her why her late father has always been cautious about forming partnerships and why he valued honesty above everything. Amma confronted her mother, Madame Ado. Her expression turned pale as she gazed at the letters. "Why didn't you tell me? I deserve to know, mother. I wanted to shield you, my daughter. Your father's history is filled with sorrow and mistakes. He and Chief Kusi were once inseparable. Their friendship was ruined by ambition and greed." Amma's mother was now ready to tell Amma the whole truth, since Amma is of age now. Amma informed her mother that she would return for that conversation and left in a rush. Realizing the significance of the letters, Amma decided to confront Equia to seek answers and clarity on the extent of harm done to her father when he was alive. On the phone, Amma called Kofi. "Kofi, could you come over, please? I stumbled upon something in the letters given to me by Equia's father," she said, trying to maintain a steady voice. Kofi arrived promptly out of concern. Amma handed him the letters. He swiftly glanced through them, with his expression turning grim. "Amma, this is bad. These letters uncover a history of betrayal. Your family suffered greatly due to Equia's father's greed," he said. "We must speak to Equia," Amma declared firmly. I need to ascertain if she was aware of this and if this has influenced her actions against me all this while." They arranged to meet Equia at a quiet cafe. Upon her arrival, Equia appeared calm, composed as she inquired innocently, "Amma, Kofi, what is this all about?" Amma placed the letters on the table. "Your father gave me these letters. They talk about betrayals that really hurt my family. Do you have any idea about this, Equia?" Equia's complexion turned pale. She quickly hid her fear behind her look. "I wasn't aware of all the details. I knew there were businesses deals that went south. My father always said it was just a business." Amma's eyes sparkled with anger. "Just business? Those actions wrecked my family's finances. Now, it seems like history is repeating itself with your efforts to undermine me." Equia rose suddenly, causing her chair to streak against the floor. "You don't get it, Amma. My father did what he felt was necessary. I did what I thought was right. We are constantly fighting to survive in this world." Kofi leaned closer. "Survival doesn't excuse betrayal, Equia. You have to take responsibilities of your actions and the deceitful legacy your family has left behind." Equia turned away, unable to look at Amma and Kofi. "I'm sorry," she said softly, although she did not look remorseful. Equia then left the cafe, leaving Kofi and Amma to handle the situation. Amma felt a mix of emotions as she watched Equia leave. "I thought Equia had changed, Kofi." "Seriously?" Kofi agreed, looking serious. "People are complex, Amma. Don't let this setback put you off. We have to protect what you've built, of course, with my support." In the following days, Amma and Kofi took measures to secure the businesses Equia's father took from Amma's father. They then strengthened protocols in their own businesses to prevent betrayal in the future. Additionally, they decided to pursue a legal action based on the evidence in the letter to reclaim what rightfully belonged to Amma and her family. Meanwhile, Kofi faced his own share of difficulties. His business was in jeopardy due to competition from a company led by Ekuya's partner, Kwame. The rivalry between Amma and Ekuya has now extended into their personal lives, adding another layer of complexity. Kofi turned to Amma for advice, expressing his concern. Kwame is attempting to acquire my business. He possesses connections and resources that I cannot match on my own. Amma was shocked, but she is always hopeful. The synergy between Amma and Kofi is remarkable. Their combined skills held the promises of greater success. However, not everyone was pleased with their accomplishment. Ekuya, still holding on to seated resentment, has not forgiven what she perceived as war against her. As Amma and Kofi flourished in their businesses and personal lives, Ekuya's jealousy grew. She could not bear to see Amma, once her friend, now a rival, shining in the spotlight. Seeking support, she turned to Kwame, a businessman and her fiancé, who held a grudge against Kofi. Driven by his ambition and bitterness, Kwame readily formed an alliance with Ekuya. "What are your plans exactly?" Kwame asked Ekuya. "I want to undermine those two so badly that this time they will not recover," Ekuya stated with a tone. "We should gather intel on their strategies and intentions. If we can outsmart them, we have a chance to damage their reputation and disrupt their projects." Kofi nodded reflectively. "I have a contact in Kofi's company who might assist us. He is ambitious and dissatisfied in his role. With huge incentives, he could be our informant from the inside." A week later, Kwame approached the employee named Tunde. Feeling undervalued and enticed by the promises of reward, Tunde agreed to provide Kwame and Ekuya with information. The act of sabotage has just begun, gradually with Tunde sharing designs, blueprints, project timelines, and strategic details with Ekuya and Kwame. Soon, Kofi and Amma began to notice inconsistencies. Despite having collaborated on designing collections this time around, design previously kept secrets started appearing in the collections of their rivals. Crucial meetings were rescheduled without explanation, and significant decisions were reversed unexpectedly. Their ongoing projects hit roadblocks, leading to crisis management. "Something seems off, Kofi." Amma expressed her frustration one evening as her voice revealed irritation. "Our designs are being leaked. Our schedules are being tampered with. It feels as if someone is aware of every action." Kofi acknowledged, "I've noticed it too. We might have a mole inside the company. We need to find out who it is," Kofi said. "Yes, we must prevent this," Amma said. "Not through violence though, but through innovative and honest means." Kofi winked with a smile, "Just like the way you handled the fashion show." Together, they devised a plan to catch the traitor. They created a fake project with a unique design and a fabricated timeline, only sharing the details with a select few. They included coded markers in the design that would be unmistakable if it appeared elsewhere. As expected, within days, their fake designs surfaced in the rival's collection. It was undeniable proof that someone within Kofi's company was feeding information to their competitors. "It's Tunde," Kofi said grimly after reviewing who had access to the fake projects. "He's the only one who had access to all the specific details." Amma sighed. She felt a mix of relief and disappointment. "We need to confront him and find out who he is working with. This can't continue." They called Tunde into Kofi's office the next morning. He arrived trying to appear calm, but the guilt was evident in his eyes. "Tunde, we know you've been leaking information," Kofi said, his voice steady but firm. "We created a fake project to confirm our suspicion, and it didn't take long for it to appear in the competitor's collection. You are the only one who had access to it." Tunde's complexion turned pale. He shifted his gaze downwards, avoiding their eyes. I am sorry. I didn't intend for such harm to occur. Kwame approached me. He tempted me with money and assured me of a position. I'm sorry, please, I'm sorry. I thought it would propel my career forward." Amma said, "Tunde, why didn't you communicate your concerns to Kofi if you were dissatisfied? I'm sure Kofi would have addressed your issues by giving you more responsibilities. Instead, you opted to betray the trust." Tears filled up Tunde's eyes. "I acted foolishly. I see that now. Please, grant me an opportunity to make amends." Kofi shared a knowing look with Amma before speaking. "Tunde, we placed our trust in you. Betraying the trust carries repercussions. Nevertheless, we are prepared to offer you a chance at redemption. You will assist us in gathering evidence against Kwame and Nekuya and work towards rebuilding our faith in you." Tunde nodded eagerly and was partly relieved, although ashamed of his actions. "Thank you. I promise not to disappoint you. Thank you." With the help of Tunde, Amma and Kofi started collecting proof against Kwame and Nekuya. They recorded each meeting, every bit of shared information, constructing an argument. Amma and Kofi devised a plan to counter Kwame's aggressive tactics. They decided to launch a collaborative project that would merge fashion and technology, a groundbreaking initiative that would set them apart in the industry. As they worked on the projects, their bond deepened, their mutual respect growing into something more profound. However, they kept their relationship professional, focusing on the task ahead. Amma decided to confront Nekuya directly. She visited her at her office, determined to clear the air. "Why can't you just let go of this animosity, Nekuya? We are stronger together." Nekuya's eyes flashed with anger. "You've always had it easy, Amma. I've had to fight for everything." "That's not true, and you know that," Amma countered. "We've both faced our struggles. It's time to put the past behind us." Nekuya seemed to wobble for a moment, but her pride kept her from agreeing. "We will see who comes out on top," Nekuya said with no remorse. The day of the project launch arrived, filled with anticipation and anxiety. The event was held in a grand venue, attracting media and industry giants. Amma and Kofi showcased their innovative designs, blending fashion with cutting-edge technology. As the presentation progressed, the audience was captivated. The project was a resounding success, with investors eager to support their vision. Kwame's attempt to sabotage them has failed, and Equia watched in silence, her feelings a mixture of admiration and regret. After the event, Equia approached Amma, her demeanor softer. "You are right, Amma. We are stronger together. I've let my jealousy blind me." Amma smiled, relieved. "It's never too late to change, Equia. Let's build something amazing together." Equia nodded, a new determination in her eyes. They hugged, sealing their newfound alliance. The success of their latest projects brought unprecedented prosperity to both Ama's fashion line and Kofi's architectural firm. Their collaboration proved to be a formidable force, and their partnership blossomed not only professionally but also personally. The community admired their synergy and often looked at them as examples of what could be achieved through cooperation and mutual respect. Amma and Kofi's successes did not go unnoticed. Equia, having faced consequences for her previous actions, approached Amma and Kofi with a seemingly changed attitude. She expressed regrets for the past behavior and offered to contribute her own expertise to their ventures. Her remorse appeared genuine, and her willingness to help seemed sincere. "Amma, Kofi, I've learned a lot from my mistakes," Equia said during a meeting. "I want to make amends and prove that I can be a valuable part of your team. I have unique insights that could benefit all of us." Amma and Kofi exchanged glances. Despite their reservation, they decided to give Equia another chance. After all, people could change, and Equia seemed earnest in her desire to make things right. After the first few months, Equia worked closely with Amma and Kofi. Her contributions were indeed valuable. She provided fresh perspectives and innovative ideas that enriched their projects. The partnership appeared to flourish, with Amma and Kofi slowly starting to trust Equia again. Over time, Equia's presence became more convincing. She actively participated in meetings, shared ideas, and helped resolve challenges that cropped up. As she immersed herself into their team, Amma and Kofi started to relax their guard. However, Equia harbored envy and resentment. She struggled to comprehend Amma and Kofi's success where she has faced setbacks. Her amiable demeanor was merely a facade, a thought-out ploy to regain trust and uncover ways to hinder their progress again. One evening, while Amma and Kofi celebrated another project milestone, Equia excused herself from the gathering, returning to her office and shutting the door behind her. Her smile faded away. Seated at her desk, she retrieved a notebook containing notes on Amma and Kofi's strategies, clients, and vulnerabilities. "They believe they have emerged victorious," she said softly while looking through the pages. "However, I am determined to prove them wrong. I will strip them of everything they possess." Equia started sharing bits of information with their rivals, causing obstacles and planting seed for uncertainty without drawing excessive attention. Amma and Kofi observed disruptions in their strategies. Despite facing some disruptions, their relationship flourished. Amma and Kofi continued to grow closer, both professionally and personally. They often shared aspirations of expanding their influence and embarking on bigger projects across Africa. One evening, following another successful event, Kofi approached Amma privately. "I believe it's time for us to progress further in both our business collaboration and our personal connection. Our synergy has been proven. Let's formalize our partnership." Amma beamed with joy. A feeling of warmth enveloped her. "I wholeheartedly agree. Our journey together has been remarkable. I can't see pursuing this path with anyone else apart from you, Kofi." Meanwhile, Akuya observed from afar, her envy shimmering intensely. She realized the need for caution and strategic planning to conceal her emotions for now. As time went by, Amma and Kofi's enterprises flourished continuously. Akuya's contribution appeared indispensable, strengthening the trust placed in her by Kofi and Amma. Nonetheless, she persisted in her subversion effort while upholding a facade of loyalty and friendship. One evening, after a particularly long day, Kofi suggested they take a break. "Amma, how about a dinner tonight? Just us. We deserve some time to relax and enjoy." Amma agreed, and they found themselves at a cozy restaurant overlooking the city. The ambience was perfect, and as they talked, their conversation moved from work to more personal topics. Their connection grew stronger. With every story they exchanged and each reassuring words, emotions that had remained unspoken began to emerge, prompting Kofi to realize the depth of his feelings for Amma. Though he yearned to express them, he opted to wait for the right moment. Meanwhile, Akuya couldn't hide her jealousy. She noticed the intimacy blossoming between Kofi and Amma. Witnessing their joy together stirred more jealousy within her. She understood the need to conceal the envy, yet found it increasingly challenging as time passed. Kofi's feelings for Amma grew stronger each day. He found himself daydreaming about their future together, imagining a life where they were partners in every sense. He decided it was time to confess his love, but he wanted it to be special. Kofi planned a surprise evening for Amma. He arranged a private dinner on a rooftop garden where soft light and a breathtaking view of the city. As they walked in, Amma was delighted and her eyes lightening up. "Kofi, this is beautiful. What's the occasion?" she asked, feeling excited. Kofi took a deep breath. "Amma, there's something I need to tell you. These past months working with you have been incredible. But more importantly, I've come to realize how much you mean to me. I love you, Amma." Amma's heart missed a beat. She had felt the same way, but hadn't dared to hope that Kofi would reciprocate her feelings. Tears of joy filled her eyes as she responded, "Kofi, I love you too." They embraced, sealing their love with a kiss. Their relationship had finally taken the next step, and they both felt a sense of completeness. However, their happiness didn't go unnoticed. Akuya's jealousy intensified, and she struggled to maintain her pretense of friendliness. She had never felt more isolated and envious. With their newfound love, Amma and Kofi's relationship flourished. they spent more time together, both at work and in their personal lives. Their bond grew stronger, and their synergy was undeniable. Akua, feeling increasingly sidelined, tried to find ways to force herself into Amma and Kofi's lives. She pretended she was happy for them, but her heart was filled with resentment. She began to concoct plans to drive a wedge between them. One day, Akua saw an opportunity. She noticed that Amma and Kofi were planning a major project that required intricate design details. Akua decided to quietly manipulate the plans, hoping to create misunderstanding between them. Amma and Kofi began to notice small discrepancies in their project plans. Initially, they thought it was due to the complexity of the work. However, as the inconsistencies continued, they realized something was amiss. Kofi, these changes don't make sense. They are not aligning with our original vision, Amma said with frustration. I agree, Amma. Someone's been tampering with our work. We need to find out who is behind this, Kofi replied, determined to uncover the truth. The investigation led them to Akua, who denied any wrongdoing. Her denials were convincing, but Amma and Kofi couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Akua's attempt to sabotage Kofi and Amma's relationship became more profound. She spread rumors within the professional circle, insinuating that Kofi was using Amma for her connections and that Amma was only interested in Kofi's business intelligence. The rumors created a temporary strain on Amma and Kofi's relationship. Doubts began to creep in, and their once strong bond seemed to wobble. Kofi, have you heard what people are saying? Amma asked one evening. They think we are only together for professional gain. Kofi sighed, feeling the weight of the situation. Amma, you know that's not true. We know our love is genuine. We just need to focus on what we have and ignore the noise. Despite their determination, the rumors took a toll. They found themselves arguing over small things, their trust in each other tested by the constant blast of negativity. Akua watched with satisfaction as her plan seemed to take effect. She believed she had finally found a way to come between Kofi and Amma. However, she underestimated the depth of Amma and Kofi's love. Amma and Kofi decided to confront the issues head-on. They sat down and had an open and honest conversation about their feelings and the rumors. Kofi, I'm tired of these lies and the damage they are causing, Amma said, her eyes filled with determination. We need to address this together. Kofi nodded. I agree. Let's focus on us and what we know to be true. We can't let others dictate our relationship. Their renewed commitment to each other helped them to navigate the challenges. They worked together to clear up misunderstanding and rebuild their trust. Meanwhile, Akua realized that her attempt to separate them had failed. Her envy and bitterness grew much stronger, but she knew that she had to be more strategic. She decided to buy time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. Kofi knew he wanted to spend the rest of his life with Amma. He planned a surprise proposal that would be both memorable and meaningful. He arranged for a private dinner at the place where they first realized their love for each other, the rooftop garden with a stunning city view. Amma, these past months with you have been the best of my life. We face challenges and overcome them together. I can't imagine my life without you. Will you marry me? Ama's eyes filled with tears of joy. Yes, Kofi, I will marry you. Their engagement was met with joy from their friends and family. Even Equia pretended to be happy for them, though her mind was already plotting her next move. Ama and Kofi were busy with wedding preparation. They wanted their special day to be perfect, a celebration of their love and commitment. Equia, pretending to be an ally, offered to help with the arrangements. She managed to get closer to Kofi, quietly planting seed of doubts whenever she could. Kofi, are you sure about this marriage thing? Marriage is a big step, you know. Equia said, her tone seemingly innocent. Kofi dismissed her comments, confident in his love for Ama. However, Equia's persistence began to wear on him, causing a small amount of doubt. To ensure their wedding was perfect, Ama and Kofi hired a wedding planner named Araba. Araba was efficient and creative, bringing their vision to life. Her presence also helped keep Equia at bay, as she had less opportunity to interfere. The day of the wedding arrived, and it was everything Ama and Kofi had hoped for. Surrounded by friends and family, they exchanged vows, a beautiful canopy of flowers. Equia watched from the sidelines, her jealousy boiling over. She knew she had to make a move soon, but the sight of their happiness made her feel more isolated and envious than ever. As Ama and Kofi celebrated their union, Equia's mind raced with plans to disrupt their happiness. She couldn't stand the thought of them being together and successful while she remained in the shadows. Ama and Kofi left for their honeymoon, a beautiful getaway to a secluded island. They were blissfully unaware of the storms brewing back home. Equia, determined to break Kofi and Ama's relationship, despite their marriage, began a scheme to seduce Kofi. She knew it would be a challenge, but her envy and resentment drove her. Equia started by manipulating situations to create opportunities for herself. She orchestrated meetings and events where she could get close to Kofi, hoping to exploit any weaknesses in their relationship. Upon the couple's return from the honeymoon, Kofi found himself caught in one of Equia's traps. Equia invited Kofi to a business meeting under the pretense of discussing a new project. As the meeting progressed, Equia made her move. She tried to seduce Kofi using her charm and the intimacy of the setting to her advantage. Kofi was shocked and appalled. He pushed Equia away, his voice filled with anger and disgust. Equia, what are you doing? This is wrong and you know it. What's wrong with you? Equia's true nature was revealed at that moment. Her pretense crumbled as she realized her plans had failed. I just wanted you to see that I'm better for you than Ama, she said, her voice trembling. Kofi stood firm. You are wrong, Equia. Ama is the love of my life. You need to leave us alone. And it's late anyway. We are already married. Kofi immediately told Ama about Equia's action. They decided to confront her together, determined to put an end to her scheme. They arranged a meeting with Equia choosing a neutral location to avoid any scene. Equia arrived, her demeanor defensive. Equia, I know what you tried to do, Amma said, her voice steady. We gave you another chance, and you have betrayed us again? Kofi added, you've crossed the line this time, and we can't have you in our life or our business anymore. You've got to go. Equia tried to defend herself, but the truth was undeniable. She had let her jealousy and resentment consume her, leading her to actions that were unforgivable. Amma and Kofi decided to cut all ties with Equia. They focused on rebuilding their trust and strengthening their relationship and marriage. The betrayal had hurt, but it had also brought them closer together. They continued to grow their businesses, ensuring that their future was secure. Their love and partnership were stronger than ever, a testament to their resilience and commitment. Equia faced the consequences of her actions. Isolated and alone, she reflected on her choices and the impact they had had on her life. She realized too late that her jealousy and deceit had only led to her downfall. Equia decided to go and see Kwame, her husband-to-be, but Kwame was already in Equia's apartment. The door creaked open, and Equia entered, immediately sensing the tension in the air. Kwame, my love, what's wrong? You look upset, she asked, her voice tinged with concern. Kwame sighed deeply, unable to mask the anger within him. Equia, we need to talk. I've heard some things that I never expected from you. Equia felt a sharp pain of nervousness. What are you talking about? Standing up and pacing the room, Kwame tried to collect his thoughts. I found out what you did. You tried to seduce Kofi? He paused, locking eyes with her. How could you, Equia? Equia's heart raced, and she immediately went on the defensive. Kwame, it's not what you think. I can explain. Please, I can explain. But Kwame was too hurt and angry to listen. Explain what? That you were trying to ruin his marriage? He shook his head in disbelief. I can't believe that you can disrespect me in this manner. Our own marriage ceremony is in a few weeks' time. What's wrong with you, Equia? Kwame, I was jealous. I felt I was losing everything. I didn't mean to go to that extent. I just don't know what came over me. Please, just give me a chance to make it right with your love. Kwame looked at Equia, his eyes filled with a mix of sadness and disappointment. Make it right? Equia, you've crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. You didn't just hurt them, you'd hurt us too. I can't be with someone who would do something like this. You are too vindictive for my liking. My reputation at stake. Tears flowed down Equia's eyes as she pleaded. Kwame, please, don't leave me. I need you. Kwame's voice was firm but soft. I need someone I can trust, Equia. Someone who wouldn't let jealousy and bitterness guide their actions. I thought you were the one, but I was wrong. The weight of his word hung in the air as Kwame picked up his keys and walked to the door. Goodbye, Equia. I hope you find a way to make peace yourself, he said softly before stepping out of the apartment. As the door closed behind him, Equia stood there, her outstretched hand slowly falling to her side. She felt a crushing sense of loss and realization. Tears streamed down her face as the full extent of her actions and their consequences hit her. Equia was left alone with her regret, the silence of the apartment echoing her inner distress. The betrayal, jealousy, and deceit cost her the most important relationship in her life. It was a sobering moment, one that forced her to confront the reality of her choices. In that quiet, tear-filled room, Equia began to understand the true cost of her envy and the path of distractions it had paved. Amma and Kofi's love grew stronger by the day. They found peace and happiness in their marriage. They continued to thrive professionally, creating a legacy of success and love. They looked forward to their future, knowing that they had overcome immense challenges together. Their love story was a testament to the power of trust, resilience, and unwavering commitment. Equia, left to reflect on her actions, began to understand the importance of genuine relationship and integrity. Though she had lost everything, she hoped to rebuild her life and learn from her mistakes. Equia traveled to a faraway country to start her life all over again. Amma and Kofi's journey had taught her that true love could withstand any storm. Their story was a beacon of hope and inspiration, a reminder that with trust and perseverance, anything is possible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is the moral lesson I've learned from this story. What have you learned from this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel as I aim to share more inspiring and educational stories to help you navigate through the times that we are in. I'll see you soon. Love you. Shalom.